Yeah. So
Olaf Hess was also gay.
yeah, and we're live. Yes. Okay. Good. So, well, that was off topic. Hello and welcome to Heroes and Generals Devstream number 70, live from Copenhagen. I am Rito Gargamel, and with me is Rito Redbjarne, the game director. And today's topics will be covering the news. We'll be giving you the last part of the assembly line series where we show the work behind the scenes on the Panther. We will also be revealing some content from the D update. It doesn't have a name yet, right? The D update. We have to find a name for it.
Yes.
So, without further ado, the news. We're hard at work getting features ready for the yet unnamed D update. There's a forum thread where we're looking for a name. Actually, I haven't had time to load it. I'm gonna find it right now. In a second. But yeah, so we're gathering submissions for suggestions, right? For a name.
But then
Let's go and. Open up the thread.
I suggest Dracula.
Dracula. Oh. Can we please? That would be so fun. But okay, not Dracula. Something else. Something. It has to be somebody's last name, and it has to be a war hero, right? Mm-hmm. Or basically a World War II historical figure.
Yeah.
But this is the thread on the forum. So if you go to forum news and updates. And you have the thread where we're gathering suggestions. Oh, we already have a few there. Nice. Doing
Doolittle.
Oh,
Jimmy.
I had a flashback of that. Mitchell and Webb.
Nope.
No, the British comedians. They had a sketch where it's Dönitz who finally gets to be the Führer for like 5 minutes, and people explain to him that he has to call the Allies and tell them we surrender. He's like, oh,
oh no.
But anyway, so speaking of the forum, we had to mention that because some new players are. If you create an account and you try to go straight to the forum and post, you won't be able to. You have to log into the game and play first, and that's the thing. We just added that because that's the best way we found to get rid of the annoying spam bots.
The Indian love potion.
It's like they're trying to send you like Indian fortune tellers,
so
cheap hotels in Mumbai, love potions. And why are they even on our forums?
Yeah, exactly. But the logic must be somebody out there must be actually be buying that. Because otherwise it wouldn't be there. So please stop doing that. Because then the ads will go away.
It's a numbers game, like they say, right? It's like somebody somewhere will click it.
But anyway. On our forums, come on.
Yeah, get out.
It means that there's somebody on our forums who actually buys that shit.
You think?
Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming back all the time.
Some guy who clicked, and now,
now
they keep coming back. Anyway, we were, I think, are going to reveal some things that people are very eager to see today, and I think without further ado, I think
you should
time to jump right into it.
Well, that's your
prerogative.
Yeah,
I will use my prerogative. And what is this thing? My God, it looks like a what do you call it? A terrain vehicle, right?
Yes, it is a small
terrain vehicle that seems to have extra sitting room for for how many people? 4,
I think
5
it's,
if you because actually there's room right here for a I'm gonna show you the interior perspective. So this is the
it's a Soviet Komsomolets.
Yeah, Komsomolets.
Yes, it's the
T-20.
A small troop transfer for the Soviet infantry.
And it has this.
It has a nice
gunner seat
sidearm there.
And this is a first actually that we finally implemented the possibility of having a gunner that's actually sitting here and manning the gun, and you get to see him and you get to.
You're able to shoot him.
That's true. So if
it has been a bit more challenging to add this than just adding the guns.
I'm going to do this. Because here you see him, and the thing is that the gunners in our tanks and all that, they kind of disappear when they man the gun, right?
Covered. That's why we have had a bit of trouble adding these some of the guns on some of these vehicles, because the code will actually remove the character, and it would just look weird to have like a gun just going hey. But now we fixed that, and it's working brilliant.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool.
It's actually pretty cool when you're. I don't think you can show it, or if do we?
If I can show the guy shooting while you're.
Yeah, you can sit on the driver's seat and look.
And look at the. Yeah, I would have to start another client and have a guy in the.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it? You want me to try it? Yeah. Okay, let's try it. I haven't tried that
yet. We don't have Splixen in the game today.
Oh, we could also do that. Do you want to do that? No, you can't. He can't because this is a local build. It's like you can't join it. It runs only on this machine. So, but I'll start it with another client and hopefully we can show it without breaking things. So. While this is loading.
It's actually, I think there's somebody. Is it somebody saying it ever existed? This one, it existed a lot of it. There was like it was used extensively in the Finnish War as well, and it actually has a. We haven't made that, I'd say yet, but there's actually a pretty cool tank destroyer version of this vehicle.
Yeah, I saw the picture with like the cannon that sticks out in front.
Because when they were rushed by the Germans, they quickly had to come up with something, and they just took their biggest anti-tank gun, the CIS-30, I think it's, and just stuck it on top of this thing, and it just looks ridiculous with this massive gun on it.
I'll show the camo. That's
oh yeah.
It comes with a variant, the Vasugan Swamp camo.
Yeah.
And there's another camo, right? That is not. It's still being worked on.
Yeah. There's another camo. It's
is what? Is that? Oh yeah, that. We are hearing something, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think so. Oh.
I don't have sound, so I don't know how. Yeah.
This is actually one of the things. The cool thing about this is that it's.
Well, I just wanted to see where we were at. Oh, and look at that! Look at me. I got camo too.
Yeah. And the great thing about it's a bit annoying that we can't have. We should have started up a server thing so we could have more people joining in, because the thing about this is it carries a lot of players, and it's sort of like builds on the whole team gameplay. So it's
absolutely.
And a cool thing about this vehicle as well is it's actually lightly armored.
I think I opened too many things at the same time here.
Yeah.
It's gonna get there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, because I got basically two instances of the game running on the same machine, plus a browser, plus other software, plus.
And our Twitch machine is really bad.
Yeah, it's really not. but it's so much fun to, be able to look at your co-pilot, and it's gonna get there somewhere at some point. I think I just killed our machine.
Look at the screen.
Yeah, but what I mean is, it's even though some stuff is happening, but it's way too slow. Should we just give up?
It does something.
It does something, but it's going to be extremely slow.
Yeah, and then exit out of it.
Yeah, let's get out of there.
All right. Anyway, but then if we had a faster machine and were able to play the game in several instances, we'd be able to
free cam instead.
Show that the guy is actually sitting next to you and manning the guns, which is cool.
But
the cool thing about this is it fits perfectly into the whole squad thought that you can like bring your whole entire squad to the place of action, and it's armored as well, so it provides protection, and it actually also
has a weapon.
It has a weapon, so I think it's very good in terrain. So this is actually a pretty nice vehicle, I think.
We're adding this guy, but basically there's all the squad vehicles are getting an update in this update. So the Komsomolets is just comes basically full equipped, but there's also the Kettenkrad has updated the sound effects, and the Weasel gets an extra camo. Actually, I'm going to show it.
Yeah.
I'm going to show it right away.
Let's see it.
I think I'll get back inside my body. There we go. And perhaps like this. 50.
I'm looking and getting it.
Is it 55? Yes, it is. That's the Weasel. So the Weasel gets this, which is the olive drab and black skin, and also another one, right?
Yes, a more experimental.
Which is not.
It's not on this.
It's not on this build of the game, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Wait, all the stuff we can't show you today because I mean all this is still work in progress. We'll put it in blog posts next week, so it's going to be all revealed in time. Yeah, we're a little bit too eager to show stuff when it's not really too. And then but that's true. The Kettenkrad doesn't. It already has 2 skins, so it doesn't have any new skins, but it gets new sounds. I'll load up a Kettenkrad so we can hear what it sounds like. Oh wait, that's not the Kettenkrad. Is it 56? No, 56 is the Panther.
I have no idea what the IDs are.
I'm gonna go with. Oh no, it's 35. There we go. How do I even remember that? But the sound is a little bit, it's a little bit funner. I think a little bit more. I'm not sure exactly what he changed in the sound.
No, I just went over them and so like we're slowly working our way through all the sound effects and updating them. And some guys is sort of trying to put a little bit more character into the sounds.
The engine sound for the Kettenkrad, I thought it was like brand new, but it was actually something we had in our drawers for a while. Okay, so this is the new engine sound, and it sounds more fun, basically. So I just want to keep going through my new features in the order that they're supposed to be mentioned. So there's this new Soviet Camo also, which is it's a combination of the existing camo that the recons had available. So you have I'm pointing at my screen again. You can see the dark green splotches. That's the amoeba pattern. Then you have the green leaf pattern, which is not necessarily green, but that's the name of it. It's called green leaf, right? And so they're superimposed.
It's a combination of the two existing.
So they were historical patterns, but the combination itself is something we basically cooked up because.
I've actually seen.
It is also historical.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that. Okay,
I'm pretty sure.
I just assumed there was a combination. But,
no.
But so if I think I can cycle through it without any danger. Or is it? No, wait, no, I am actually doing something wrong, because that one is not yet. I'll just respawn and show another one. There's the Soviet Paratroopers also are getting the same
it's actually both infantry and paratroopers and recons, Soviet recons, all get some new camos.
I'll get it.
There's actually a lot of camos in this.
Yeah, there's actually quite a lot of camo.
Yeah.
It's all been made by Ritomato.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so
he just totally exploded into like 1 million camos. So we just thought like.
Yeah, he's been really quietly busy building.
But there's also there's a lot of there's some new patterns, but then there's like variations of the same pattern with different colors and stuff. So just to give some more to choose from.
Start here instead. Can I read? Yeah, sorry about that. I got fat fingers. So, there. So, this is the recon variant of it.
You'll see again that it's actually a combo of the leaf and the amoeba.
It looks really nice.
Yes, they are actually pretty good.
It looks. It has a kind of poisonous look to it. It's really cool. The picture like the one of the cobra characters, and if I do, I think this guy I can toggle through it without hitting anything that's not supposed to be there. So there's this variant. There's this is summer, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah. I think it's, just noticed that some of the names on the
probably
UI
not right,
were switched around and stuff. So and obviously we're looking at the builders currently on our test server. So it is being debugged and tested. So you cannot count on everything on this. That what you see in this build is being absolutely 100% correct. Stuff might still change until release. I got a question on the Komsomolets. Komsomolets about how many crates it'll carry. And it'll carry one update, one vehicle
upgrade
crate, supply crate. That's what it's called. So that's I think it's powerful enough as it is, being both armored and have a machine gun. So let's not overdo it. It's a very nice vehicle. Yeah.
So I'll show some of the. There's new camo coming also for. I'll start by going through the Soviets. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it's very noisy. The paratrooper version of it is this one. And here.
It's crazy. Ray Tomato, he's on fire. I've actually seen there's even more camos coming up that's not going to be released in this, but it's in the next release again. So he's just mass producing camouflage suits.
Sweet. Yeah.
That's
so you
awesome.
got this.
Yeah, it's nice.
And again, it comes in. They're not necessarily in the order that I expect. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah. If I go through. So this is the new one, right? So you got fall, you got, and this one would be mountain. Swamp.
I would probably think it would be the mountain one.
This is summer.
The summer one,
right? So that's for paratroopers.
See, some of the namings are actually given to the camouflages before they are sort of like in their final coloring. So that's why some of the names are a bit off sometimes, because when we sort of renamed it when the final version is there.
Sorry about that. I'll move on to, because we have new camo also for the Americans, and also one new pattern for the Germans.
One new pattern for the Germans. Maybe we should show that.
Actually, I'm afraid that that one is not visible.
It's not visible
on this build, because it's not ready.
It's a
variant of the Sumpfmuster.
It's a variant of the Sumpfmuster. It's the Sumpfmuster 44, which is pretty similar, but still has some different color toning in it. So doesn't matter not showing it.
So, but the American one now, the first time I saw it, I thought, no way, no way, that's not a. And it is.
It is experimental.
It is a historical experimental pattern, and. It's fantastic. I mean, I would say like it's called Nagual, and that's a Mesoamerican name for a jaguar.
No. It's a Mesoamerican name for a man
who can turn into a jaguar.
A man who can turn into a jaguar.
Yeah. So jaguar.
It would be a good name for a suit that actually makes you have the same camouflage as a big dangerous cat from South America.
It's hard to believe that this was actually historical. I mean,
they experimented with a lot of stuff because obviously in the war you need to just. Right. They noticed that the Germans had camouflage, and they said, we need that shit too. What can we get? And they just
how do you do it?
Yeah.
and so there's the this is there was Nagual Jungle. That was the yellow one, and this is Jade.
Yeah, it's the green one.
And the other one is called Caro, like the hunter pattern. Caro is Latin for meat, and there you are. It's a very intense, I think it also kind of reminds me of stuff people would wear in the '60s. Right?
No.
No. Oh, come on. No.
No.
No. Okay. No. No, it's not. But. I mean, it's you don't have to like it, but it's a camo.
Yeah, it's a nice camo.
It's a nice camo. I mean, honestly, I like that. It looks like that.
That's cool.
So, and that's not all. We have also another type of anti-tank mine. That's becoming available.
And actually, the one more thing is the camos for the Americans are obviously also for. All three classes. All three classes.
Should I show that? You want me to show it?
Yeah, because the infantry only have the camo jacket on, and the others have actually the trousers and
which kind of
the full suit, and it's obviously also for the paratroopers and recon. So it's quite a lot to choose from now.
Especially the recon, because he's got the helmet cover and everything, so he really looks like a complete. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Recon Jade. There we go. There we go. So, in let's say in an urban setting, it kind of sticks out. But I mean, in the forest, I should go in the forest. I'll go, and I'll simply drive to the forest. I think that would be the logical thing to do. Vehicles. That was oh no, controllers. No, that's gonna take forever. What did we say again? 55, right? There it is. So I'll go to the nearest forest and show you what it looks like. Said I could just ride over the wall. I think some the very low walls you can actually just straight over them. So if I go and lie down in the bushes somewhere, there, that's much better.
Try to move into the forest.
Yeah. Oh, you mean me or the camera?
You.
So if I there, I guess this is a good spot. So I can see it. It's a I must say that the forest in this area is very autumnal in the color palette. But I mean,
I think it actually works better out in the grass fields.
Yeah, the grass fields would be better. So let's just go in there. But again, if I switch to the where was it? There you go. The Caro version. If I go and lie down in the leaves, there you go. I disappear. And it's interesting though that you have to sort of make a choice, as in like I want to blend into
this. That you,
or
if you pick
that.
up the camo, you would actually stick to where the colors sort of match. That's kind of like the drawback for some camo, is that in other areas it might stick out more. So it's a, you could say, a tactical choice of where you would like to be positioned.
Now I have to remember what the ID is for the new anti-tank mine, which I think is maybe I can find it here. Give me 2 seconds. Actually, maybe I should show it in the shop if the shop picture is visible. There it is. And but the ID is not mentioned. Is it? I'll find it in a second. If I can just. No, we don't. No.
What do you want?
The ID for the Panzerwurfmine.
36? Yeah.
36?
Yeah.
Is it 36? Okay,
Five.
I'll try that. and yes. Oh, there we are. Right, I'll try with. There. Right, so weapons. Nope. That's that's not the one. Nope. Well, the worst case that can, worst case scenario, I'll have
59.
53, right? Nope.
No, 59.
59.
I can't read.
That is it. Yeah, there. Thank you. All right. So this
This little beauty.
is fantastic. It's like you're playing darts or badminton at the same time with explosives.
I can't see it.
No, you're not playing darts.
Not
Americans
the-
were trying to play darts with this thing.
Can't
And-
see it.
Oh, we can't see it because sorry, I didn't see that. We have vegetables in front. Okay, so this thing. Yes, come to daddy. Which is, it looks like a what do you call that? The shuttle from like an oversized badminton shuttle with the wings kind of folded. But okay, it's just my imagination. If you throw it,
It's a throwing mine.
It's a throwing mine,
and the thing is, it has expanding fins for stabilization when you throw it. And the thing is, you actually hold the fins to, and it arms itself when you release it. When the fins fold out, it arms the grenade. So it's actually kind of dangerous. There's a lot of accidents with it where they just it folded out and they actually armed itself while the guy was still holding it. The fun story about this is that when the Americans captured some of them, they weren't quite sure on how to throw it. It was actually you had to train the German soldiers to actually throw it correctly. So and there's some pictures on the net we found where the German or the American soldiers would just like try to throw it like a dart, because they sort of like a dart instead, which is not the correct way to throw it. It actually you hold it like this and you throw it like a normal hand grenade, a normal stick grenade.
because I mean, aren't you kind of aim for it to at some point just drop?
You can
straight down,
try and
right?
throw it up in the air, and you will see that it actually corrects up and goes straight down.
Yeah.
Which actually is kind of like, I haven't really tried it so much in the game yet, but the thing is that most tanks have the thinnest armor on the top.
Uh-huh.
So if you can aim that and have it to like drop directly on top of tanks, it should actually have a pretty good effect.
I'm reluctant to actually do a demonstration. I think the physics are not.
You should do it at a
right,
demonstration here, because
yeah.
but I think it's actually one of the things that's it's going to be difficult to make that throw, but it actually
It doesn't fly very far. That's the thing. So you have to be careful because if I do like a chain reaction thing there, I could seriously hurt myself if I don't get out of the way. But it's a cool. I like the idea that it doesn't make a lot of noise. It's just like you hear, and then it's like, oh.
I think it's cool. It's
Yeah, I mean, it has a certain splash damage, right? Also, or is it-
all the mines have
as in
smash
it's
damage
kind
as
of the same as being hit by a Panzerfaust, right?
Yes.
So, and was that the last reveal for today? Oh, well, there is of course hey, how about now a giveaway? Giveaway's
Go
a
ahead.
good time. Yeah, now's a good time for a giveaway. Let's do that. So I'll fire up the. Don't let this give away. Let's go for 1,000 gold, and let's go for. So the idea is you type !gold and you get to enter the contest. So I'll let it run for a few seconds, and then we'll randomly select a winner. Out of curiosity. I think we got all the names we need. So I'll pick a winner, and a guy called Sean Player 1978. Or Sean Player.
Congratulations, Sean Player 1978.
So yeah, if he would please just type something to manifest himself, we'll make sure you get the prize. Can give you a few seconds to react. Yes, awesome. So well, congratulations. Now we'll. I think I'll make some room for our special guest, Reto Kensolo, because we're going to deliver the last. It is the last part of the series on the Panther, isn't it? Yo. Yep. When you say yo, it sounds like no. All right. So, without further ado.
Hello, Jacob.
Hello.
So, what are you up to?
What are you up to?
What am I up to? Where's the
Getting the microphone.
microphone on? Right. The assembly line.
We definitely need a better jingle for that.
What? Don't you think that I sing beautifully? Hello, everybody out there watching us. Now me also. Glad to be back here again. I am Reto Kensolo. I'm producer here at Retimoto. And we are going to talk about the assembly line. And what is the assembly line? Well, the assembly line is about how we make stuff in the game. And how it comes from the brilliant ideas of this man.
No.
Of other people
of
as
the
well.
entire company.
Yes, that's true. That's
or
true.
everybody. Or actually, some of the ideas for the stuff we put into game is pretty much inspired from what the forum is on the community is sort of like saying. So we do actually take some inspiration from you guys.
And with the Panther, we couldn't keep it back anymore. So it's actually funny. We talked about the Panther has been really well received by the entire community, no matter of what faction. It seems like everybody just thinks it's just a cool thing to have in the game.
It's pretty successful actually.
And we really appreciate that you also appreciate us creating a cool content. So yes. That's very encouraging, so we'll keep up doing that. This time, we're going to talk a bit about the final stages of getting the Panther into the game. We have been through the idea, the concept, the modeling phase, the data phase. Last time we talked about modeling, shading, animation, and visual effects. So today we're going to talk about the shop, basically how the Panther gets into the shop, and about testing, also about communication. I mean, how do we spread the joyful message that the Panther is here? Let's see, I think I don't know if you remember, if you've seen this episode before, you might remember our pipeline. This is the pipeline for all the stuff that needs to be done in order for a vehicle to go into the game.
I can actually see this. This is where it's a bunch of tasks, right? These little boxes, and they sort of like completion of one task triggers another new task for new people.
Yes. For instance, Reto Haville. When he has finished making the model and completes his tasks, then Adam, Reto Black Jama, gets a task for creating a specialist pip for the ribbons.
Yeah. So the little image on the specialist ribbon actually needs to be created as well, and it obviously can't be created before the vehicle or weapon are finished. So it's there's a certain order to when one guy can start working, because he's dependent on some other guy's work being finished, or at least some way down the line.
And also, when the model is finished, Razor Black Jammer can do the rendering for the shop. And let's take a look at that. Let's see. We got the. Here is a beautiful picture of the Panther.
Yeah.
So when Black Jammer has created this cool rendering, what else needs to be done in order for the Panther to go into the shop?
Well, it has already been sort of like placed in the progression tree somewhere, because that's the first thing we do. Yes. Sometimes it's actually an item where when it goes into the game, it sort of like fits another role where it sort of like either pushes other items up and down the ribbons. That's why some things change sometimes, and in that case, obviously, we have to reevaluate a bigger portion of the game if it pushes anything. Here with the Panther, there was a nice sweet spot at level 10 for it, so it wasn't really a problem. And obviously, at that point, we need to take a look and see how much does this cost. How much does it cost to purchase it, and how much does it actually get worn when used in the game? So there's a few numbers that needs to be put in here. On that's the gold price, and then there's the credit price of the vehicle, and it has to sort of like fit into the position when it gets available to the player into the game. So obviously the Panther have to be pretty expensive, but not that expensive. So and it's always tricky to sort of like find the right price for an item. There's some other prices that needs to be taken a look at as well. Is the repair prices, and into that also goes the durability of the actual vehicle. How many hits can it absorb before it's completely broken and needs a complete repair? And obviously there goes as a price component in that as well. So how expensive is it to actually repair it? So there's a few more numbers that needs to sort of like fit in, and that has to be looked at in relation to the other tanks that it's actually you can say like there's a chance that it meets on the battlefield. So there's a little bit of a consideration before nailing the final prices here.
All right.
On top of that, there's a little text that gets written.
Oh yeah.
And that little text is basically just a quick flavor text to sort of like say something about the vehicle. I know, for example, the Panther, there's so much information, and it's actually pretty hard to try and cook that down into these 4 lines of text that you see on the. So that, and so like also getting the essentials into that text. So.
And we'll get a bit more back to communication when talking about how we build video logs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another thing that's also being done is upgrades.
Yeah, we need to decide at this point the gun, for example, if the vehicle have a gun. In this case, the Panther have a gun. It has. The special thing about the Panther is that it has its own type of ammunition. It has the long barrel 75mm gun, which actually needs new images for the ammunition, and it actually needs new descriptions, and it's actually set up as a separate gun. It's not just the same gun as any other 75mm cannon in the game. So there's some extra work here in producing images for the shells and stuff like that. Also, we need to decide. This was released together with the APCR ammunition for all the other tanks as well. So we just sort of made the decision. Let's put in APCR for all the other tanks, because we couldn't really release the Panther without the APCR. But we thought that that every other tank needed that APCR as well. So that it actually triggered a bit of a tweaking maneuver as well, because it's rare that we introduce a vehicle or weapon without having some effect on other weapons and vehicles in the game. So. It takes a little bit extra work to look at that. Yeah, so often there's also some rebalancing work with the opposing tanks in the same class. Exactly.
Speaking of the grenades, the color coding here, are the high explosives always yellow?
Yeah, I think that's something that tank buffs would know, that this is completely historically incorrect. But we have made some decisions here on coloring the shells so they are easily to recognize, rather than it's kind of like we did some choices we just made and say that our high explosive are always yellow and the normal armor piercing are black, and the APCRs have the red coloring on them.
Cool.
I think that it's the same theme that goes on in the weapons ammunition as well. The armor piercing machine gun rounds have a black tip, for example.
Okay.
And it's a thing, if you look at historically, there's so many different colors, and all the different armies use different color schemes, and they change them all the time as well. So it's completely impossible to have something that's actually correct.
But I mean, in this case, it makes sense. So when you play the game, you know the high explosives are always the yellow ones.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to sort of like color code, and so it makes sense from a game perspective.
Great. Well, that's roughly about the shop.
Yeah.
Let's carry on to talk a bit about QA. When all the tasks are done, I can find this highly interesting pipeline. When all the tasks are done, then it signals to our QA team that the vehicle is ready for testing. And in general, for testing, we are testing both functionality. Does the tank work? Are the tracks correctly positioned, aligned, and so on and so forth? Yeah. And then we also test whether the tank performs as expected. I can show there's actually not an image about from tanks, but we have some different debugging tools.
It's also just before this, the actual engine parameters is adjusted as well, so we make sure it sort of performs somewhat, and then we need to get the feedback from the QA to see if it actually performs as expected or it has some weird side effects.
We can take a look at some of the things we actually found on the Panther or QA found. One of the things is speaking of the shop, there was a bug that snuck in, that the primary weapon was listed last on the armament list, where it is usually listed in the top. What else do we have? We have the machine gun rounds. It was set fairly high, so that the machine gun could fire 2,100 rounds before it had to reload. Nice. And that's also probably some data that was set wrong.
Yeah. Sometimes you when you create the data, you just use it as sort of like a standard template, and then you start to mingle around with the numbers, and sometimes the numbers we just forget to set them because it works, and then you just move on. So there's no we don't have because every vehicle is slightly different, so we can't really make sort of like a checklist.
Not an automatic checklist. So that's why we have some very hard-working, very dedicated QA guys here. And one of the other bugs we found was the mantlet here. The armor value was supposed to be 100 millimeter at the mantlet, but it was actually, and we can see that in some of our debug information, it was actually 110. So that's also something caught by QA, which is totally excellent, which is why we have QA.
Yeah, and again, we set aside some time for testing.
Yes, that's true.
And obviously you could go on testing stuff and sometimes we don't catch all the bugs, and that's why sometimes a little bit of a bug slips through, but it gets caught and corrected. So that's the explanation of it's not deliberate that if this one had been gone through and not found, it would definitely be something that it would just have gone through as a bug and not as intended. So
Yeah, human errors happens from time to time. And we have our dedicated bug hunters out there who helps us also catch the small glitches that falls between. But usually we get.
I'm pretty happy with the QA guys though. They are able to find some amazingly weird bugs that I certainly didn't see.
And they are getting better and better at it. It's a really cool team. At some point we have to show you the QA guys. Hey, Retro Splixen sitting over there. All right. So far, so good. When we have QA'd a vehicle, then it is ready to be released. Mm-hmm. And in order to release the Panther, well, with the Panther we knew it was a fairly big thing. Yeah. So we really wanted to deliver the story of the Panther in the best way possible. And the Panther went out with the Bauer update. And when we built an update, when we reached to the point where we locked down for new features and new content for an update, we start, or actually we have started a bit before, but we start to build the story about the update, which is also what you are seeing now with the D update. We are starting to reveal stuff. We are starting to show you stuff and to show it in the best way possible. So with the Bauer update, one of the key documents or the key communication documents we do is the video log script, and I can just find not the script, but I can find the Bauer video log, and it will be running now in a second. Basically, we start out by writing a story about how to present the Bauer in the video log, together with all the other present the Panther in the video log, together with all the other features and content coming out in an update. In the past, it has been me who has been writing the video log script. Right now, it's Reto Kraken, who also actually did the voiceover for the latest video log. Reto Gargamel and I have also been doing the video log voiceovers. When the video log script is done and we have iterated on it for a while, we give it to Reto Kolding, who then starts up our internal capture tool and starts to capture stuff for the video log, and then he edits it into the entire video log. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, we do blog posts and Facebook posts showing cool screenshots and showing details about the various vehicles and contents of an update. And that has been handled by the Commercial Task Force, I believe that's the new name actually, which is Reto Robotron, Reto Kraken, Reto Gargamel, Reto Cecinius, and occasionally me also. So that's basically it. No, wait a second. We also do a newsletter. We do press releases, and we also do reach outs to various press people. So. And finally, we release the update, and you play.
When the bug count is 0.
Yes.
Well, when the bug count is low enough that we think the remaining bugs are
non-intrusive.
Yeah, non-intrusive, not serious enough to where it weighs higher to actually get the release out rather than having the last bugs fixed.
But it's not like we have. It's not our goal to have a lot of bugs hanging.
No, but there's always in the bug process you find a lot of minor details that are you fix them along the way, and but then it's nothing that actually breaks the game. No. So it's a judgment call on when do we think it's good enough to get released. Yeah. So we don't end up sitting and polishing the game forever without releasing it.
Yes. Well, I don't think I have more to add. Do you have more to add to the whole assembly line journey? Have we forgotten anything?
I don't know.
I think we're all the way through.
Yeah, I think so.
I think in the future we will not do a 4-part assembly line. We will instead just show you some work in progress stuff, and then we'll refer back to, hey, you remember the assembly line part 3? Go back and check more if you want more details about animation, but here's a new animation for something.
Yeah.
We might also, you should expect us to show more work in progress stuff, revealing stuff really, really early, without even us knowing exactly what an update it might be. But
that's going to be awesome.
It is. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here, and I'll give the chair back to
Gargamel.
Gargamel. Hello. Why, thank you.
Hello, welcome back. Sorry?
I'm sorry, my microphone wasn't on.
No.
When you play the Game of Thrones, you either win or you sit down hard. I forgot what it was. But I'm so happy the new season started. But don't navigate away from our website to go to hbo.com. Don't do that.
You should wait till all the episodes are there before I start watching it.
What? Oh, because you don't like suspense. But
I just don't like waiting.
You don't like the idea that you have to know what happens next.
So I just need to make sure all the episodes are there before I start watching it.
We did the giveaway, and we are going to do a recap. We actually something that's rather actually sad to mention. We were sad to announce that we lost a very active Twitch community member. I'm going to try. I hope I'm saying his name right. It's Doug Bones. There's a special spelling for Bones. So he passed away recently. He was very active on Twitch. He was moderating Cotton Gamer's Twitch channel, among other things. So a special thought goes out to him. I know that some of us interacted also with him directly. Again, it's always sad to hear that we do lose some players. I mean, the game has existed long enough that our again sympathies to everybody who knew Doug Bones, and Cotton Gamers said that maybe he will put out a little tribute video. I'm not sure if he's done with it, that's
awesome.
This being said, today we talked about the news, the assembly line, which we just finished presenting to you, the making of the Panther. We revealed the new Komsomolets, and also we talked about the updates to the other existing squad terrain vehicles, the Weasel and the Kettenkrad. Also, we are going to be unleashing new uniforms and a new anti-tank mine in the next update, the Panzerwurf Mine. So if you just tuned in, you can rewind or watch from the start, and you'll see all kinds of new stuff that's coming in the next update. And of course, there are some shout outs. We want to say hello to a guy called Talderer. I guess it's Talderer, a German streamer. A guy called I Am the Flying Cow. It's a very fitting name. He's like an amazing pilot.
Yeah.
Not at all a cow. So, and I think he was streaming just before we started.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah.
I think so.
So shout outs to you. And of course, the usual announcements. If you missed the start of this episode, we will be putting it up on YouTube. It's also available on Twitch for a while. And you are welcome to use the sidebar to add the Twitch channel to your favorites. And also you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Steam, and heroesandgenerals.com. To state the obvious. And we'll be back on Friday the 13th.
Oh yeah.
Like that makes a difference. So Friday the 13th of May, be afraid.
Yeah.
Be very afraid. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for watching, and thank you for playing. See you around.
Bye bye.